Alright, time now is 11:22 a.m. in the morning on November 27th. At around 10:05, I suddenly had a nosebleed in the middle of the goddamn sleep. Like I could feel gushes of warm liquid going down my throat. And it's not just like mucus or saliva or anything like that. It's very rapid. And I swallowed like 2 gulps of it, and then I realized, holy shit, am I bleeding? And then I just woke up from my dream or something. It was amazing how instantly I could respond. Now, today is a Sunday, and I'm not at church right now, which is good, because I need rest. Now, the plan for today is for the first half, I'm going to film an album review. I'm going to do the Duolingo English test for the third time and hopefully the final time. I hope it doesn't make my test invalid or anything. I am going to go to the Academy Museum with Pepper, Leslie the Chinese girl, and Cliff and Justin the Malaysians, which is going to be very fun. And then tonight we're going to watch The Last Emperor together, which is also very astonishing. Like, I've never been to the Academy Museum. This is very exciting. Now, there's something really weird. I think this is one of the reasons why I didn't fall asleep soon last night. And that's because something's up with Pepper again. I know I'm probably overthinking this, but there's always this great sense of impending doom. I know she's busy and she has other friends and she has other things. Like, I don't know. And I texted her about a Duolingo English test. I want to remind her to do it because I'm scared she would forget. And then she didn't respond. And then last night I had to WhatsApp her again about the plans for the Academy Museum. You know, Leslie and Cliff, they actively asked me, like, okay, when should we go? Apparently the museum closes at 6 p.m. and it takes about 2 hours to go through it, so let's go in at 4 p.m. I don't know what's going on with Pepper. I hope Pepper's just busy. I hope Pepper's not like, oh my god, talk about me in his videos too much, and I don't ever want to speak to him again. Let's just stop being friends, and this is it. This is the end. Like, let's hope that's not the fucking case, And I know if she's busy enough to not do her Duolingo English test, then she's definitely not busy enough. Then she's definitely busy enough to not watch my videos. That's for sure. Because Natalie and Cedric and all those other people also know my channel exists, but Natalie never really freaking watches my vlogs because they're too damn long. But I talk about her quite a bit, and I think she knows too, and I think she's fine by it. Because it's like Natalie is almost like a character at this point, not really a real person. Yeah, I think my dignity is more important than my desires, so that's that. I don't know, what are some of the other possible reasons that Pepper might have hated me? Like, what if all the stuff I told Potter snitched on me and told JT, and then JT told Pepper? That's ridiculous, because Potter trusts me and I trust Potter. Alright, I just finished breakfast, which is some small sandwiches and a banana. Very unripe banana. Yeah, so Pepper finally responded to me, and as expected, I actually totally fucking saw this coming, man. Pepper said she's not going. So Pepper said, hey, with multiple Y's. So I'm sorry, I got something important to do. I can't come today. I can't come watch the movie today. Sorry, with multiple Y's. It's probably just an excuse because she hates me or something. Either that or more possibly, if I were to not overthink as much, she's probably busy with something else. Okay, so today we're going to try a little bit different for lunch. We're going to try the peanut butter broccoli ramen. First of all, we got the soup packet, which I don't know if it'll mix well with the peanut butter, but who cares? There's only one way to find out. This is like plain. Alright, a spoonful of crunchy peanut butter. This feels so wrong. What the fuck am I making? Chopped up some very old broccoli. Hopefully they taste fine. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna need to give it a mix. Alright, let's try this. Peanut butter, broccoli. I also added some sesame oil on top. Let's hope it's good. I probably put too much water. Alright, let's try it. Honestly, I don't even taste the peanut butter. I don't even taste it. I mean, there's a little bit of it, but like, it's all lost in the soup. I thought Pepper will not respond to me at all. I said to her, "You seem busy lately," and it's ominous. It's an ominous thing for me to say. It's like, "Oh, you seem busy lately." You know, it's kind of an ominous thing for me to say. And she actually responded saying, "Yeah," with a sigh emoji. I don't know. I need some alone time. I still stand by my word that I need some alone time. You know, next January I'm gonna be alone. It comes full fucking circle. Holy shit! Last December I was like, oh, when I go to the USA next January I'm gonna be all alone again. And then now I'm like, well, next January I'm gonna be alone in Hong Kong. I mean, yeah, I got Natalie, I got Leia Pink, I got Miriam. Zara will come back from the USA. But my life is in LA now, you know. Whoa. What the heck is this place? What is this? There's like no one here. Very interesting. Ooh.
What's his name?
Pedro Almodovar. Wait, I want to see that room though. Oh boy, they're gone. What is this room? Let's go.
I just want to thank a lot of people. To tell you the truth, I didn't prepare for this speech, but
I just saw that film yesterday.
The driver like $2 for it's like extra $5.
going to be applause for that.
First one or second one? Beg pardon? In the film, what do we?
第一条还是第二条？电影里面用的是第一条还是第二条？
我手机呢 It's good.
Oh, it actually smells sweet.
Wait, what's
It's
that
very
flavor?
sweet.
That one is.
Can you smoke? I never see you smoke.
Damn. It's actually very sweet.
It's good, right? This is matcha.
It's like all right. So time now is 12:15 a.m. after midnight. Yeah, I just came back home about half an hour ago, maybe 20 minutes. And let's talk about today. Today started off quite weary and depressing. I must say, just a dash bit, because I thought Pepper's like depressed, and I just wasn't feeling great. You know, I had a nosebleed in the middle of the morning. But yeah, eventually I did walk my way to some bumfuck nowhere, some nice empty area in Westwood, and then the bus came and it was so slow, and I was 14 minutes late. By the time I arrived at the museum, I was 14 minutes late. So afterwards, I spent a little bit of time actually finding where Cliff and Leslie are. They're inside the building. They're inside the museum store. So I went in the store and looked around, and it's nothing fancy. Anyways, we were gonna get into the museum. It was 4:38 p.m. and we couldn't get in because apparently we were 8 minutes late. At 4:30 p.m., the ticket sale ended because it's too late. Because the museum closed at 6 and they don't expect you to really go see the museum anymore. But because one of the guys saw us having bought souvenir, and they were like, man, I'm a nice guy. I'm feeling good today. I'm gonna sell them tickets in the down low, in the back end. So at the end, all three of us got the museum tickets. And we actually went into the museum. We started from the 5th floor and we worked our way down. And honestly, there's not much to see in the museum. There's nothing all that crazy or out of the world or anything. There's a Bruce Lee exhibition, but if you want to see a good Bruce Lee exhibition, go to Culture Museum in Sha Tin, Hong Kong. Anyways, we went to McDonald's just nearby, about 3-4 minutes away. And the reason being is other restaurants around the area is extremely expensive. I mean, it's West Hollywood, come on. So I ordered apple pie, mango, and pineapple smoothie because why the fuck not? I was coughing, so let's just make it worse. And a cheeseburger, which is very fucking sad. It's $9 though. So $9.50-ish dinner is very cheap. Before arriving to the Academy Museum in the beginning of today's journey, Pepper already asked me on Instagram, on WhatsApp, what's the address to the theater? Is the theater the one near our place? No, it's not. It's fucking far away. It's like 40-50 minutes away. Come on, man. But Pepper's still came by Uber at the end, which is awesome. And Pepper's like fine. She's not like depressed or anything. On the contrary, she's fine. And then, so Pepper didn't buy the ticket online, and so Pepper had to line up to buy the ticket in person, but me, Cliff, and Leslie, we bought the ticket online already, so we scanned the QR code and we went in. Leslie randomly asked me if I have a crush on Pepper. She's just like, hey, do you have a crush on Pepper? And I didn't know how to answer. I didn't hesitate much. I just said, no, I don't think so. I didn't even panic because I knew, I was prepared that someone would fucking ask me this. It was bound to happen. Like, people will ask me this from time to time to time. While having McDonald's, we were joking around about sexuality and how, the Indian professor gives off gay vibes. I'm still pretty sure the our Indian professor is gay. I'm pretty sure he has a husband. And then suddenly Leslie told me that he's not. And then the conversation continues, and then Cliff mentioned, "Oh yeah, I'm bisexual." Like, Leslie asked Cliff, like, "Are you gay?" And then Cliff's like, "Yeah, I don't know." And I thought Cliff's just joking, and then I asked, "Wait, you're serious?" And Cliff's like, "Yeah, I think I'm gay." And then Cliff asked Leslie, and Leslie's like, "I don't know, bi, pan, maybe." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's interesting." You know, sexuality is not really well defined. Like, you can be bi 1 week and then the next week you're straight again. Especially given that we're still young. But it's cool that it's so easy to come out, like, just over some McDonald's. No, it's not even like a come out. It's just like a chat, you know. But yeah, there's a 30-minute Q&A session with Lisa Liu and Joan Chen, which is awesome. There was a moment when Lisa Liu is kind of old already, and she couldn't hear very clearly. So there was a moment where Joan Chen had to speak Mandarin back to her, and Joan Chen's Mandarin is pretty sharp, pretty standard as well, which is impressive. I mean, come on, she's like a good actress. She's in Twin Peaks, which is crazy, you know, in the flesh. And then we watched the movie, and it's all right. It's like a light 8 for me. So after the screening, it was like 11 p.m. already, and we were all waiting for the Uber. Pepper called an Uber for all 4 of us. Originally, Leslie wanted to just walk back to her place, but it's a 40-minute walk, and Leslie wouldn't do that at 11 p.m. at night in freaking West Hollywood. So we took an Uber, and while waiting for the Uber, so today both Cliff and Leslie like took out their vapes and vaped. Leslie had a green vape, and then Cliff had a pink vape. And they were just vaping and stuff. And I sometimes feel a little excluded, you know. This shit happens sometimes. I think I've explained it very clearly in my main video already. But I do intend to try new things. But you know what? It's fine. If they too vape and I don't, it's like there's nothing to be ashamed of, okay? So Pepper showed up. And then Leslie just gave her vape to Pepper. Leslie's like, do you want some? And Pepper's like, sure. Pepper just grabbed it and like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Where the fuck did that come from? So Pepper vapes. Pepper has vaped before. Like, I've never seen her do it. But then I'm not surprised either. If Pepper also like eats edible weed and Pepper does all this crazy shit, buying a train ticket to Riverside or going to fucking Big Bear Lake in Thanksgiving, whatever, you know. So, you know, staying at JT's place until 5 a.m. And then and then Leslie gave the vape to me. Leslie pointed at me and Leslie, like, you want to try? And at that point, I made a quick decision. I didn't even hesitate. I was like, okay, sure. So I just grabbed it. And when I grabbed it, Pepper looked at me and Pepper's like, no way, are you actually going to do it? And again, Pepper's so easily, like, shocked by things. Like, oh my god, like, Enoch's actually doing it. I am shocked, but Pepper seemed to be even more shocked than me. What the fuck? But yeah, you know, my rationale is, I've already broken a lot of records. I cooked for the first time, I got COVID for the first time, I saw snow for the first time, I tried Taco Bell for the first time. Like, you know, might as well vape. So I actually tried it. I sniffed it first. I smelled it, and it smelled very sweet. And then I actually like put my lips to it, and then, okay, I didn't notice this, but after exhaling and whatever, I just realized I had an indirect kiss with both Leslie and Pepper. I just realized, and I didn't even know it when I'm just too pure. My mind is too fucking pure, you know. But anyways, I actually inhaled it, and when I inhaled, Pepper was like looking at me like shocked. And then I exhaled it, and honestly, it's like gaseous chewing gum. It's very minty, it's very sweet, very smoky. And the nicotine, it's like 5%. Leslie says 5%, so it's like nothing, right? I mean, I've probably consumed secondhand smoke that has more nicotine content than this. Okay, storage space. All right, let's wrap it up quick. But yeah, you know, I vaped, and honestly, my anecdote is that I don't get addicted to things easily. I have the kind of personality that doesn't get addicted to things. I mean, based on my relationship, the history of me not having any romantic relationships and not having a lot of crushes, I don't get addicted to things easily. So it's actually fine. Like, the next time I vape is probably like 3 years later. But yeah, it's cool to be courageous. And you know, it's L-fucking-A. You know, it's L-fucking-A. I gotta do stuff and try stuff. And also, when I came to LA, I promised myself to live a life. this is what I signed up for in a way, you know, to be in danger, to put myself in danger, to put other people in danger. It's fun, okay? That's the point. During the McDonald's dinner, Leslie did casually ask me, "Have you ever been in a relationship before?" And I just shake my head because I don't want to outright say no, but it's a no. And then she asked Cliff, and Cliff's like, "Nah," because Malaysia's still kind of homophobic. Reminds me of that stupid song. But yeah, you know, I wasn't made fun of for not having a girlfriend ever before, and you know, it's funny because now it's almost become a bit of my personal quirk. Again, I see all these people dating online in the streets, kissing, holding hands, and it just seems so easy for them. But nowadays, I don't feel like it's because society hates me or anything. Nowadays, when I see people like hang out and date, I see that they date because they don't value love as much. Like for me, love is so much of a huge deal that I wouldn't date someone unless I truly, truly love them so much so that I can't breathe if I don't see them. That girl is non-existent. Alright, time now is 2:46 a.m. in the morning. I'm going to write my ethnographic report right now. As fast as possible. Oh, I almost showed my email, fuck. I just finished the Duolingo English test, and it started off terrible. The first half is awful. I don't know. I just want to try all sorts of crazy things. You know, the more I do these weird, crazy things, like, you know, vaping or staying at somebody's place until like 5 a.m. in the morning, or going to Uniqlo and panicking, and that's all November, by the way. The more I do this sort of shit, the more courageous I am. And I want to say that I want to wear makeup and act all feminine. Cuz I don't know, I feel like it's so fine to be not straight in LA that I want to just show off my feminine side, even though I am pretty sure I'm straight. Yeah. And Pepper wants to like put makeup on me too, which is cool. I don't know. Leslie even asked me like, "Oh, so you like girls who are hard to get?" You know? And I'm like, "No. I don't want to give off I don't want to be too weird. I want to be weird, but I don't want to be too weird. You know, I don't want to scare people that much. I want just the right amount of scares, you know." All right, time now is 11:39 a.m. on November 28th. But yeah, today is a Monday, which means I have to go to biology class. But of course, it's going to be a lot more complicated than that. So before biology class, I would like to finish. I didn't even start writing it. I need to write my ethnographic report rough draft from my anthropology class, and then tonight I have to give a feedback. So hopefully I can finish all this in one day. I also want to call the international student counselor about several questions. I need to write down a list of questions again. I finished the Duolingo English test yesterday. Hopefully I don't need to redo it. Otherwise I would be super mad. And yeah, hopefully I can finalize the PIQs today. And then I'm worried about Pepper. I really am. Next thing you know, Andrew from Film 32 just DM'd me on Discord asking me when am I available because I'm editing his scene in Film 32. I'm editing his short film scene. And then as far as short films go, I have also received another email because earlier last week I applied to be second AD for all 3 of the shorts that film club is producing. But I would like to promote myself just first AD if the space is available. But yeah, you know, yesterday I tried vape. I just huffed a vape once, and I feel like a fucking villain last night. I was so I was almost a little hyped, you know, because I feel like, okay, I'm letting myself go, you know. And that's sort of true, you know. I should just let myself go and turn into a villain, someone villainous. And that is not to say I'm going to erase my past identity, my past personality. I'm changing, yes, which is scary. But I will forever remember who I was and how I was. Goddamn. There's a quiz. What the fuck? I think I did fine though.
Some random flower?
I mean, there's some flowers here.
We're just staring at this.
Ah, that's a fake flower. I was like, oh, flower.
Oh my goodness. Like, what are my odds of just like finding a random dandelion on the streets?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well maintained.
Definitely not these
Okay,
ones.
Last resort. Okay.
Last resort.
Aren't these carrot flowers? Maybe? I don't know. Real? No, they're not real.
Oh,
Oh yeah, they're not real.
okay, but if they...
They are real. We're gonna be taking
Ah.
it. Oh, no. I don't want to break it there.
Wait, what? Oh
Other
yeah,
people picked it too.
they all came to the same plant.
Oh no.
You're not gonna get this flower? Oh wow, okay. Well. Oh. That's a good find though. That's a good find. Oh, goddamn, that's a good flower. Oh, oi. Ah. Okay. Today, there is so we didn't do much. Today was a very underwhelming class. Like, we were just so confused. We spent about an hour watching an David Attenborough documentary, which is really good. But after that, we did some seed dispersal lab activities, which is kind of lame. And then apparently tonight there is another lab assignment due, where not only do we have to fill in a worksheet, but we have to pick flowers. We have to pick a flower in real life, not like online or some shit like that, in real life, and dissect it, and then film the dissection. What the fuck? And it's due a few hours later. So I picked some flowers. Me and the Japanese American guy, we went around picking flowers after the class, and at first we couldn't find any, but then we walked to the side, or more like the center part of the main campus, and there are so many flowers there to pick. So at first it's like, okay, well, I guess that's it. And then the more you walk in, the more it's like, he was like, oh wow, there are actually a bunch of flowers there. Well, and then so yeah, I carried this tissue. I put the flowers in there, and I carried it on my bus on my hands all the way back home. I took the wrong bus 17. Oh, Zara's texting me. All right, cut up a lime here. Smells really good. Fried up a salmon, squeezing the lime juice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. That's nice. Ooh. 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 All right, dinner's ready. This is lime water. Refreshing. Okay, this is me trying fresh out of the oven sweet potatoes, boiled and baked. Should have baked it longer. Star of the show, lime juice salmon. Hopefully I didn't overcook it. I definitely overcooked it. All right. All right, quick update here. It's 9:53. I just finished dinner. I joined the International Student Forum Discord group, and literally everyone in the fucking earth is there. Like JT, Pepper, Potter, Leslie, the Chinese girl, Cliff. I think Justin is in there too. Alba's in there. Like, fuck. It's good that I'm aware of this Discord group now. Like, why didn't I check earlier? Alright, about to do my stupid biology assignment. I'm gonna set my phone here. I have a cutting board, I have a knife, I have a table. I'm gonna dissect this flower. I have my clothes down there, my dirty clothes. Here we go. Alright, time now is 11:40 a.m. on November 29th. One day until the application deadline for UCLA and CSUs. Fuck. But yeah, you know, it was productive. Yesterday was productive, but again, it's impossible for me to finish all the tasks within one day. Even if I don't look at Instagram at all and don't rest at all and don't listen to any music at all, it's impossible to finish all the tasks because I just have so much. Like yesterday, like Zara was DMing me, someone else wanted to call me, and all that's left for me to do is to really fill in everything in the UC application website and the CSU application website, and then just submit, and then just press submit, really. I'm going to call an international student counselor today before I go to film 2. So yeah, today's the Tuesdays, which means I need to go to a film history class. I also thought maybe I could do some push-ups and sit-ups, but I changed my clothes already. That's impossible now, and I'm really scared for Pepper. I'm actually really worried for Pepper. I'm worried that she would fail her Duolingo again, and that her essays are not good enough. And I know I shouldn't be worried so much. And again, throw back to the times back in secondary school. Like, had I ever worried about like Mary's academic results? Never. Had I ever been worried about Natalie's results? Never. I didn't care. If Natalie failed her maths, I honestly wouldn't care. Because Natalie's always better than me. Natalie's always better at math than me. Natalie's better at English than me. Finish watching 3 movies a day. One of which is in the film history class, and then I need to finish watching 2 movies tonight, which I hope I can finish. The uni app stuff, that's the number 1 priority. Tomorrow's a Wednesday, and tomorrow's going to be a busy ass day because it's because there's Film 32, and then there's the whole short film festival thing, and Alba shoot day 4. Yeah, anthropology report and my short film stuff I'll put aside a little bit, just for a while. And then in December I'll get back to those things. But I really care about Pepper. I really am worried for her. Like if her essays, if her PIQs are not good enough, and her Duolingo isn't super great and stuff, I really wish her personal statement and whatever supplementary material would be fucking amazing, so that, you know, she would actually be accepted in UCLA, even though that's like 0% chance. I'm so fucking late. right, time now is 3:44. Oh, hold on. I gotta turn off my Bluetooth. There we go. Time now is 3:44 p.m. I just came back home. Well, so it's quite funny. I thought I would be late. I did the international student counseling, and it went on for like 20 minutes until 1:45, 1:50 p.m., which is crazy because I'm supposed to leave at 1:40 at the latest for film history class. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna be late, but this shit is more important. Transfer application, that's more important. Class just ends half an hour later, and then I'm like, well, okay. So I went back, and that's it. And that's great because now I have 3 more hours of free time, of precious time, and that's amazing. That's great news because now I can spend more time. I can watch the 2 movies I intended to watch today. I forgot to mention that there was a tiny red spider on my shirt when I was walking back home, and it's super small, and I was gonna blow it. I take off my mask, and I tried to blow it. It's not going away. So my second resort is to like fling it like this, and the moment I flinged it, it fucking smashed into paste. The spider, instead of like bouncing off me and just jumping onto the floor, I smashed it into paste, and it turned into mushy red paste, which is so fucking gross and violent. It's like, it seems like a scene out of The Boys, you know. So, the interesting intel I've received from my international student counselor is that for UCLA, I don't even need to do the Duolingo English test. I don't even fucking need it. Yeah. So, I don't know if it's true or not though, because some other people are like, yeah, I need it, but then this counselor said we don't. Okay, it's dinner time. It's bok choy with garlic, chicken thighs, and the special thing I'm gonna try is I got the very silky smooth soft tofu, and I have no idea how to cook it, so I'm just gonna mix it with rice raw. I'm not cooking it, and I'm also trying out the honey barbecue sauce with the chicken. But yeah, today so far has still been very productive. I finished watching a film. I filmed and edited a review. I also I have been productive. I filled in my spendings Google spreadsheet. Thomas also texted me. Thomas went to USC today to join the protest, to join the anti-CCP protests. And it was quite a scene, somebody got the Hong Kong independence flag and everything. It's crazy. And I'm low-key interested in joining one as well, but I'm not that urgent in doing that as of now. But apparently they're doing one in UCLA on Thursday, and if I have time, I would like to join. I realize this. I don't consider myself truly in love with someone unless it's to the point where if I don't hear her voice, I want to die. If I don't hear her voice for a certain amount of time, I actually want to die. And that's very extreme. But that was exactly the case with Mary. Like, if I didn't hear Mary's voice for a whole week or a whole month or see her at all, I would just feel distress, like, naturally. It's 2:30 a.m. and I am trying to look for scholarships for my UC application. And holy fuck, I really went through all this, and then I found this school of geographic affiliation. Attended school in Hong Kong? We may get a scholarship. Also this. Nope. It's so random. Transfer students. Not mature. I'm not a woman. Not really, no. Enrolled in U.S. federally recognized tribe or nation? I don't think so. I'm gonna try these, even though Asian American Affairs, I don't... Maybe, perhaps? I don't know, I'll just select it. Okay, actually, you know what? I'm gonna be serious here. Probably not. Academic excellence... I think I did... I think I can do that, yeah. That's definitely a thing. Fine art film is not really fine art. Fine arts are okay. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. Alright, time now is 2:56 a.m. I'm going to take a shower and go to bed right now. It's really fucking late. I want to say that I ran out of time again. I plan to do like anthropology homework and edit my short film. I didn't do any of that shit. Right after film 32. Film 32 is probably going to be really chill, honestly. But right after film 32, there's the film club, film festival showcase thing. From 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., which is kind of messed up because when am I supposed to have dinner then? I mean, come on. So I don't really know. And then when that event is happening, Aoba's gonna shoot some of the last shots she need for her short film. And she told me to bring my camera. That's why I'm charging my camera right now. I'm gonna bring it out tomorrow again. Alright, time now is 8:07 a.m. on November 30th. Ah, fuck me. So I went to bed at 3:50 a.m. and I didn't immediately fall asleep again. I don't know why. I don't know how much does it take to make me actually feel sleepy. So I already changed my like body wash when I wipe my face. I don't use the one I usually use. It's not working. The moisturizing cream is not helping me either. I feel like the moisturizing cream only makes it worse. If I leave it dry, it will dry up faster. Today is November 30th, so today's a Wednesday, so I'm going to film 32 class. And then right after class, at around 6 p.m., there's going to be a film club, film festival thing where I have to show up. And it's going to last until 8 p.m. and then that is around when Aoba's going to shoot the last few shots she needs for her short film, and she needs my camera, which is over there. So that's that. So I don't have a lot of time today for my personal stuff, and that's an issue because today is the fucking deadline for the UC's application and the CSU application. And hopefully I get to have some time to, I don't know. You know, if it's, I'm just daydreaming right now, but what if after film 32, what if we get off early for film 32 today, and then I get to go back home and then submit my applications and then come back out? That would be so much more comfortable.
Break?
Yeah, there's a bunch of sand.
Oh.
Oh, this is where that door went.
Where is this?
Put some more paint.
Where is BTS?
I hope you fall to yeah, careful, you're gonna.
Alright, it's 2:09 p.m. I just came back home from Nijia Market with Pepper. I got ginger. Finally. Oh my god. For lunch, bean salad. And then on top of that, katsudon rice bowl. Easy quick lunch. I got myself some sesame oil, which is very exciting. And Sprite. And to top it off, Fanta. I wanted to buy cherry Coke and all that stuff, but I can't find it. Chopsticks. Alright, time now is 3:02 p.m. Yeah, so I came back home about an hour ago, and I just finished lunch, which is the pork rice and the bean salad that I showed you. Yeah, because all the scenes we're going to film for film 32 is over, and then right now film 33 is doing their thing. They are using the studio, constructing the set, and for their short film. So basically, film 32 is technically already over because right now the entire film production department has shifted their focus onto one short film that film 33 is making. So essentially, everyone from film 32 who came to class today is essentially useless. We're just going to help out with 33, PA a little bit, that's it. And that's pretty much exactly what happened. Yeah, and then of course it's film 33. They got the props, they got the everything, they got the film 33 people there, just a few of them setting up the flats. And then more and more people showed up. Pepper showed up, and Alba didn't show up. A lot of people didn't show up. Only about 1/4 of the people showed up. So Christian showed up. Yulia, the Russian girl, showed up. Liana, the Russian girl, showed up. Very, very late into the class. Sidlali and Jonathan showed up. Alan, the Mexican, showed up. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a guy whose name is Dane, and he is the writer-director of a horror short film, and I am currently his second AD, but I couldn't make it because the shoot is going to take place in January, and I'm not going to be here. So we built the set. At some point, we went to the auditorium where they stored a lot of the giant set pieces, and they told us to just lift it and move it to the studio, to the soundstage, which is right at the side. And it was so fucking heavy. I moved twice, and both of the objects I helped move was extremely fucking heavy, so much so that my fingers and my forearm is a little sore right now. But then I have to pretend I'm fine, and then a lot of other people are fine, so it's like, come on. At some point, all the Film 32 people, we were told to paint polystyrofoam boards with gray paint. And we took these boards outside and we painted it, and there were only a few brushes, so a lot of us just stood around awkwardly. It was really funny. I painted a little bit, and I got some paint on my fingers. I washed it off, and I got some on my shoes, which is fucked. So I really have to help Pepper. So I told Pepper, and Pepper's like, this is exactly why I don't want to show it to you, because you're just going to have opinions. And I'm like, no, but I'm trying to help you. And then Pepper's like, yeah, well, it's too late. Today's the deadline. And I'm like, no, there's still time. So a little bit later, I managed to convince her. And I was like really convincing. I was like, okay, man, it's the last day. You're not particularly great in English. There's me. I don't want to be a show off, but I'm, pretty good at writing shit. Let me help you, okay? And the PIQs, they're important. And I said, oh yeah, Cliff should bring his camera and I should bring mine, because Cliff takes a lot of photos as well. And then Jonathan, the big Latino guy, he showed me a couple of actual photos where I'm in it, and it's pretty good, and I'm happy with it. And then so I took a bunch of photos, and then Pepper played with my camera a little bit. I take some pictures of Pepper, and then Cliff played with it a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And afterwards, I and Pepper, we both left. Pepper was almost like, okay, you take photos, I'm gonna left. And I'm like, no, because I want to leave with her. And then, of course, when I and Pepper left the campus, Connor, the Macanese guy, showed up, because why not? So we chatted a little bit, and it's nice. Connor's a nice dude, And we didn't talk much. We talked about, transfer and, Film 50 and all that shit. Yeah. And then we got off the bus, and I didn't know what to eat for lunch, because I didn't plan to have lunch today, like to cook myself lunch or anything. I thought maybe we would go out like the usual Wednesdays. So at the end, Pepper's like, oh, I need to buy some stuff in Nijia Market. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Yeah, sure. I'm going to buy my lunch in Nijia Market too. So I went to Nijia Market with him. I walked with Pepper again. And then we went to Nijia Market completely unmasked. We bought some stuff. I bought a bunch of stuff. I walked back. And we talked about several things. So first of all, at some point the conversation went really philosophical, because we were talking about Film 33 and how Pepper really wanted to pitch her script idea, and she wants to bring her best script idea, best story idea, and bring it to Film 33. And I said you shouldn't do that because the college will own your idea and will make creative changes. And Pepper's like, yeah, I know, but in the future, when I grow up and I have more experience, my story ideas and my scripts will be even better, so it's fine. And then I said, well, that's not true, in my opinion. Like, I feel like my creativity right now is nowhere near as great and as rich as when I was young. And so we started talking about do it to the fullest, which is basically carpe diem, seize the day. Pretend that you will die tomorrow. So you live your life to the fullest today. And that's Pepper's philosophy, essentially. And Pepper and I even commented like, wow, that's so you, that's like the opposite of me. I usually, when I had COVID, my sister suddenly called me and told me that our godmother, not godmother, kaima, like friend, yeah, godmother in a way, had passed away. She was really healthy, but then one day she was up vomiting, and then the other day she passed away. And this really triggered Pepper, her thoughts, and made her think, wow, life is so futile. Life is so, not futile, fragile. Life is so easily taken away. I may die tomorrow in a car crash or something, so I want to live my life to the fullest. When we and Connor were walking to the bus stop, and Connor left. Connor didn't take the bus with us. Connor walked away somewhere because he wants to buy something. Pepper's like, and Pepper took a small can of candies in her bag, and Pepper's like, do you take this one? And Connor's like, no, I took a different one. Apparently, these candies are weed candies. They got weed in them. These are weed candies. And I was kind of like, holy shit, even Connor does it. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. So I'm like, no, I'm saying like some people like to not wear underwear in the streets, and it's like the thrill that really gets to them. And Pepper's like, oh, yeah. But it's whatever. If people don't see that you're not wearing an underwear, it literally means nothing. Which is true, but that exactly shows what kind of person Pepper is. Yeah, if you don't wear underwear in the streets, it's like fine as long as people don't see it. I wouldn't think it's fine. I would panic if I don't have underwear on the streets. I would be panicking. I would be so scared for my life, even if nobody sees it. But Pepper's like, yeah, as long as nobody sees it, it's fine. And then a little bit later, I woke up to go back to CMD for the film festival thing. I'll be seeing Aoba, and Aoba will have her last shots for her short film. She'll need my camera, so I'll be there. And that's that. And so the funny thing is, Aoba earlier today was in Keslow, Los Angeles. What is that place? Keslow is like a giant store where there are a bunch of filming equipments. And that's hilarious. That's funny. Because when earlier, very earlier today, in film 33, there were a bunch of people gone. The DP of the short film is not here. Where is she? She's in Keslow. And then a little bit later, I spoke with Cliff, and Cliff was like, oh, Leslie is in that place too. Have you shown all of your personality? And she's like, yeah, I think so. I think mostly. At least I try my best. And then I'm like, yeah, me too. And that's true, though. Like, when I was in front of JT, Potter, and Pepper that night, I was really like 90%, maybe even 95% myself. Like, my eccentricity really showed that day. I had some really weird thoughts, but I say it out loud, and it's okay. That's true. That's true, though. And there's nothing wrong. And if I ask Mary the same question now, Mary would probably say something along the lines of like, oh, yeah, I mean, I show myself a lot to my friends. I mean, what's wrong, If I asked Natalie that, Natalie would probably answer similarly. Yeah, Natalie used to be dark, but she's changed. She's kind of a simple person now. And, yeah, maybe I'll have problems from time to time, but overall it's all right. It's chill. But even so, I really hope. I still think I don't know who Pepper really, 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 really is. I think right now in the entirety of LA, in the entirety of USA, actually, I am one of the few people who know Pepper the best. And I don't say this lightly. Oh, the other day, Pepper fucking, I don't know, killed a bird. I would be like, whoa, what? Or, Pepper, like, killed a bird. Oh, Pepper, assaulted a guy. That would really change my perception of who Pepper is. And that's something I really want. Another thing is, I just want to know how extreme Pepper can go. Again, I was thinking Carpe Diem. That's Pepper, I want to know how extreme Pepper can go. Okay. This is it. Let's do it. I'm going to submit. This is Long Beach. This is Northridge. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Here we go. I filled in all my personal insight stuff. I filled it all in. I filled in all my test scores and everything over here. My campus and major, I've already chosen it. Oh, what the heck? Oh shit. Okay, I'm freaking ready. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Yes. What? Okay. I put in the information. Pay bill. Oh! You successfully submitted your... Oh! Before you leave, make sure you review information below. Alright, 4 more things. Time now is 4:52 p.m. One is last night I received an email from Duolingo saying that my test is invalid again. That's right. Woohoo! I'm so happy. But this time, the good news is that it's not the same reason. My test has gotten invalid 2 times because I had background applications running. This time, it's because I looked away from the camera. So I'm going to redo it, which is fine because I think I fucked up with filling the blanks a little bit.
You know, it's not too expensive actually. Or you can just buy something. It's like a local company.
Oh, this is a surreal experience.
Family holiday event. I'm donating my own stipend to the event to give you guys.
Let's just talk about what happened in the second half of the day, which is equally as fruitful and as eventful as the first half. So, yeah, where do I start? Holy crap. So today was quite surreal because I know enough people in my film program that wherever I go, there's always someone I know and someone I've seen before. And Lauren told me that apparently Thomas had lost all the audio for the short film that he made, his first short film. So, wow, there are still new problems. Like I thought this is the end of it, but no, he lost all the audio files. He couldn't find them, and Lauren kept them for a while, for like 2 months, but after that, he just erased it all. Went into the building, and that is where everyone's at. Alba, Leslie, and Cliff. The three. The Asian gang, you know. Do I even call this the Asian trio, or the Asian quad, or the Asian... I mean, to be fair though, Cliff isn't East Asian. But we still like get along, you know. But yeah, and then, so this is where it starts to get extremely messy, because literally, I'd say 60-70% of everyone I know, or feels like, at least it feels like 70% of everyone I know just popped up at one place at once. And multiple things are happening. So the soundstage is still doing the Film 33 stuff. And then right beside the soundstage at the auditorium, it's completely empty, but people will start going in. And then at the cafe, there's some people resting around there, whatever. And then there's the giant space outside of these rooms, you know, inside the building, where Theo, the very egocentric Italian man, was setting up like a headshot place where it's like a piece of white paper, and then someone's setting up a camera to take photos there. And then Harrison, the blonde guy who I watched Bardo with, Golden Retriever, that's his nickname, he showed up. And of course the Film 33 bunch is still there. That includes Alba, the Mexican girl, Patrick, the black guy. So they're all left and right, and they're all speaking to me a little bit here and there. And I don't know, like, I'm a bit greedy, and I don't want to just stick to one group of friends. So I sort of just go around, I just bounce off here and there and here and there and here and there. I just started drifting along. So at some point, Alba went back to the cafe, and then Lauren's speaking to Alba about the feature film thing. Yeah, the professor of Film 2 showed up. The bald guy, my second favorite professor in the film program right now. The bald guy who's really well-spoken. I spoke to him, like, I was like, hey, at first. I've never, like, truly spoke to him that many times. But then a little bit later, I approached him, and he's like, hey. And I'm just like, are you here for the film festival thing? And he's like, yeah, I'm the advisor for Film Club. I have to be here. And it's a little like, okay, awkward. But then he asked me, what am I doing here? And I said, oh, I'm here for my friend's short film. I didn't mention that I'm the vice president of Script Writing Club as well. But I said, I'm here for my friend's short film. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll see you later. So that's really cool. But yeah, and then randomly out of nowhere, the black girl who's one of the most legendary figures in my college, Kimiko, she showed up. And she's legendary because she's literally everywhere. She was vice president of Hong Kong Student Association at some point. She was apparently part of this not a frat organization, but like an intelligent student association called the AGK or something, like Alpha Gamma whatever. And then she's also somehow a part of the veteran association, even though she's never served in the army. Oh, Matthias, the Polish guy, showed up. And there are multiple times, like 2-3 times, I wanted to speak to him. Just say hi, whatever, maintain relationships. Because I see Leslie, and Leslie's like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? Leslie wasn't like super friendly, but Leslie's like, yo, you know, what's up? Like, I heard something happened to you. How is that going? And I'm like, right, if I want to socialize harder, I should do that too. I should, you know, hey, what's up to everyone, not only to Cliff and Leslie. But obviously I'm an ultra introvert, so I don't do that shit. But multiple times, 2 times I tried to join in a conversation between Leslie and Matthias, and both times I failed extremely awkwardly. Matthias suddenly said the word anthropology. And that's funny because I just picked anthropology as my alternate major for UCLA, so I was like, anthropology? What? And then Matthias just walked away, and it was kind of awkward for me. What the fuck? But anyways, I brushed it off, and then I continued on with the day. And then after putting back my camera, there's a film festival thing, which lasted from 7 p.m. to like 9-something p.m. and probably 10. But I left. So for some reason there's some technical difficulties with the screen and the audio of the auditorium. So in the middle of that, there's a 10-minute long intermission, and I took that precious time to speak to the film history professor a little more. Harrison and I approached him, and Harrison's very talkative, and he adds everything energetically, and I just quietly listen for the most part. But I did, he's really chill. The professor's really, really chill. And he talked about, mainly faculty stuff, like the film program and how he wants to use my college and make it a niche, turn it into an international film thing. And then he started talking about like how he knows a guy who's going to come to my college and help in a year or two, and he's going to start a course where it's all Hong Kong cinema. And then I told the professor, like, oh yeah, after you told me about the Hong Kong cinema course, the potential of that happening, I brainstormed and I thought of several movies that I would pick. And he's like, oh yeah, stay tuned. He also showed us a photo of himself with the I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's supposed to be secret. He's like, YouTube, don't tell anyone. But he took a photo with some famous people, like the synth player or the lead singer of Journey, and then like Patty Jenkins, director of Wonder Woman, and I didn't know about Journey, so I was like, oh, that's the other professor, the Italian professor, and he's like, no. And he also took a photo with like the Lord of the Rings cast, like with Andy Serkis and Sean Austin and another guy who's not. Grab my backpack and I'm ready to leave. And then before that, me, Cliff, Leslie, her Italian friends, some other people, I don't know, gathered outside the bathroom and talked a little bit. Leslie was sitting on the ground, and they were talking about Children of Men and how like Leslie didn't enjoy that film. And then that's it. I left, and Cliff stayed behind because he wanted to watch more for the film festival, but I'm gone. The professor's gone. A lot of people are gone. Like only 1/3 of the people are left. So I went back home. That's it. And throughout the whole second half of today, I was reading the 2 personal insight questions Pepper sent to me. And I tried to fix some of the grammar issues. So, yeah. But I tried my best to help her. And then she's like, okay, thanks. Like, T-Y-Y-Y-Y-Y-Y. Like, thank you. With a lot of exclamation marks. I'm happy. I'm happy that I can help Pepper. And I hope that my efforts would help Pepper because the submission deadline is literally 40 minutes later. The fixed essays on Pepper with Pepper's WhatsApp. Cliff saw it and Cliff's like, oh, you're texting Pepper in paragraphs? What the heck's going on? And then Javier saw it and Javier was like, damn, like, are you guys like in a breakup or something? Like maybe in a half joking way. Because usually like when people break up, they write like paragraph long texts. And I'm like, no, I'm just fixing her essay. And she's like, and Javier was like, oh, I thought you two were in a relationship because you two always seem so close. This is the 5th fucking time or the 6th fucking time people think I and Pepper are in a relationship. Or at least something's going on between us, which is both a great thing, but also a fucking embarrassing thing.